Today's webinar is going to be the most exciting webinar on OMG Face of the Year. Today we're talking about calling three big academies coming together for the first time ever to talk about dance and the industry for growth. We at OMG Face of the Year, which is the biggest IP for finding the face of the year. And this is the biggest IP where you can sit at home and participate, learn, and win. This is going to be one of the biggest platform ever for any individual who wishes to get into the glamour industry or the talent industry and wants to try to identify the skills of one's own skills in understanding how to move forward into the glamour industry. OMG Face of the Year helps you to make sure that you can participate and be talented enough from home to showcase your art, showcase your talent, showcase your creativity, and take it further. I am very excited today because we have three big academies: Kings United, Shiamak Institute of Dance, and Terence Lewis Academy. I'm very excited to introduce all the three academies one after the other and tell you about what is this all about today at OMG Face of the Year. So to start with, the Kings is an Indian hip hop dance group. From Vasai to Vegas, they got it all. They won World Hip Hop Dance Championships and NBC's World of Dance Emmy Awards nominee Suresh Mukund is the choreographer and the director of the group. Apart from that, we have two more people who are going to join us today. Let's talk about the second big academy. Well, all three academies are very big in their own ways, but just to keep it in the random order, we are talking about Shiamak Institute of Performing Arts, as noted as one of the first to bring contemporary jazz and Western forms of dance to India. From Commonwealth Games to Mission Impossible 4, from movies to IFA awards. Shiamak has done it all, and with the Victory Foundation, he has really touched our hearts by making a lot of people dream to dance. I'm very proud to say that we have Aneesha Dalal today to be a part of Steepa and talk to us about the journey of Steepa. Terence Lewis Institute stands a 22-year-old legacy of dance from learning online to offline. Terence Lewis Contemporary Dance Company excels in talented, enthusiastic dance raising dancers raising the standard of dance. I'm very happy to have Sunjoy Pradhaan today to join us for this magnanimous webinar which we have kept for OMG Face of the Year. Hi Suresh,
Hey, hi, Parimal. How are you?
I'm so happy to get you on this webinar of OMG Face of the Year. कैसे हैं
Thank
आप
you, thank you.
और क्या चल रहा है आजकल पैंडेमिक में?
All good, all good. We are just कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जल्द से जल्द सब वापस से कम बैक हो जाए and hopefully like slow start हो चुका है कुछ last 10-15 days से जब से लॉकडाउन ओपन हुआ है. So we are hoping कि सारी चीजें कम बैक हो जाए within coming like 1 or 2 months.
Lovely. Suresh, the video which I saw right now on the world dance, okay,
Mm-hmm.
still gets us, excited when we see that. That moment which you have lived there, which you have been experiencing the pressure there. How was it? I'm very excited to talk first about that.
I cannot express. Actually, the thing is, when we were in that moment, we all were feeling like we are dreaming because it was unreal. It feeling क्योंकि हम जहाँ से आए हैं and जिस जगह से हम belong करते हैं वहाँ पर मैं सारे local competition से लेके सब कुछ कर चुका हूँ. And when we see ourselves like after 10-12 years, उस जगह पर जो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्टेज है एंड वहां पर जब हमारा नाम अनाउंस होने जाता है कि वी आर द विनर्स ऑफ दिस बिगेस्ट कंपटीशन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. तो दैट फीलिंग इज समथिंग विच आई कैनॉट एक्सप्रेस बिकॉज हम सब एकदम नम हो गए थे एंड हम सबको समझ नहीं आया था ये क्या हो गया, ये अचानक से कैसे सब कुछ चेंज हो गया. So it was the best feeling ever that I had in my life.
Excellent to know that because I think something which we all have seen and experienced, हमने सब movies में देखा है, but reality life में जब ये देखा, we're so proud. India is so proud for you and for you to take this legacy up of dance and to prove people to believe in dance. That was very important for everybody to know at OMG Face of the Year. Very soon we also inviting the other two dance academies. Let's call them together to talk to them as well. Hey
Hello.
Joy, how are you?
Hello, sir. Hi, Suresh. Hi,
Hey, hi Sanjoy, how are you?
I'm good.
Welcome
I'm
to
good.
the first webinar of Dance at OMG Face of the Year. And I'm so blessed today to have such big people around, such big institutes around us to make sure that this webinar goes a very big success. I'm also adding
Thank you.
Aneesha from Steepa. Hi, Aneesha.
Hi Suresh. Hi
Hello, hi
Sunjoy.
Anisha, how are you?
Hi,
I'm
lovely to
fine.
be here.
I'm very glad to see all the three together. It was like a dream come true for me and for OMG Face of the Year. I think this is the biggest thing which we could do to get all the three academies to talk about dance and talk about this industry. So while you were joining, we just had a little bit of discussion with Suresh. Now, as ladies first, apart from the rest too, and Sanjoy, I'll first move to Anisha and understand about a little bit of Steepa. So can you just highlight about Steepa and the journey of Shamak?
I'll just cut it short. I mean, Shiamak has been around for I think more than we keep saying 30 years, but we've realized it's gone up to I think 35 or 37 years now since he started the institute. And obviously, Shiamak being a singer and performer, he did not have this vision really until he went abroad to do like a summer school performing arts, and he just happened to look into a dance class, liked it, went inside, and the dance teacher, the instructor there, told him, where have you been training? And he said nowhere. So obviously he had that talent, came back, started with 7 students. I think this is a famous Shamak story which he's always been saying, but it just shows where from where it came from. And there was nothing at that time, like no, like zero Western dance. And it was a real struggle for Shamak. And I think people forget that, that somebody like Shamak also had to really struggle to establish the Western dance form in India, and look where we are now. I mean, look at Kings United, or like we've gone all over the world, so it's just amazing. And the institute is still around. It's grown. Our motto is "Have feet will dance," which means anyone can dance. And I'm just very proud to be
I
associated
love
with
that.
it.
I love that 2 words. Have feet, it will dance. Have feet will dance. That's really nice. I mean, I've just taken away with that words, which will always put up under the Shamak's logo. So this journey with him, Shamak personally of yours, how has it been?
Amazing. I have not struggled. Shamak did all the struggle, I think, for all of us. So I was just lucky enough to be one of his students and to be taken up as, to make it a career, be a professional when I was very young. So I didn't even have to think twice. Luckily, I have great parents who didn't object, and it's one of the people who made their passions, their job, which is, no, I'm sure everybody else, I mean, they know what it feels like, to get up every day and be excited to go to your job, or you do it for free anyways. So it's become a whole different thing about becoming a teacher, instructor, as well as not only just doing the glamour stuff, which we always, associated with all the big, you will be dancing with a film star one day and you'll be dancing in an NGO the next. That's how my life has been. So I think it's the best of all sides of dance.
Lovely, lovely. Let's hear from Terence Lewis Dance Academy. Sanjoy is with us. Sanjoy, everybody wants to know the life or the journey of Terence Lewis Dance Academy and you connected to it.
Oh, wow. Okay, so firstly, I would say that yes, Terence has been into the field of education from past 23 years, and our company basically focuses on two aspects. So we have our Terence Lewis Professional Training Institute, which focuses on giving dance education, and we also have something known as Terence Lewis Contemporary Dance Company, which focuses on performing shows in India and all over the world. So we have two different divisions where we function in. And as of now, I'm working for both the aspects. I am working as a senior instructor and I'm also working as a senior performer with Terence. And I definitely completely agree with whatever Anisha is saying, that, the actual struggle has been, done by Terence sir, because when Terence sir, Shiamak sir, they started their entire journey back then, dancing was not considered to be a respectable job. People did not recognize dancing as a career, and they have started from that point of time. And whatever we have achieved and the opportunities and the platforms that we are getting as of now, I also feel very lucky and very fortunate to be a part of Talentless Academy and this company. And, more than him being my boss, I consider him as my mentor, as my guru, who has always been there for me, guided me, and I think it's very important to have someone to guide you, to help you, and to fulfill your dreams. So I think I am living my dream, and I'm very fortunate for that.
So all the three have made it big in this industry and showing the world that dance as a fraternity, dance as an industry is also very big. I agree with Anisha because going back 25, 30 years, the struggle which people had to perform and to come up ahead in life was very big. Personally, viewing Shamak on a personal lens of eye, I've always seen him being there. He's a very true soul in terms of helping people around, making sure. But when it comes to dance, when it comes to things, I've seen him just being there struggling. Coming to the struggle part, I've also seen Suresh's efforts of moving forward from Vasai to Vegas. I think that's the word which we use for him. That he has created a history in India in terms of making this entire thing larger than life and knowing hip hop as a dance. Uh, when we all know that dance has so many forms all of a sudden, uh, how does one, as an upcoming candidate or an upcoming raw talent, be able to decide that what he or she is going to be good into? If you people could highlight in your own ways, it would be great. To start with Suresh. Suresh, how do you find that the upcoming talent should decide about coming in this dance fraternity and what should they select?
First of all, before I start, I would like to tell Anisha, if you remember,
Of course, I remember
my first ever dance video was with Shamak sir,
with Shiamak,
and
sir. Yeah.
yeah. So I was, I guess, 21 years old that time, and that was my first ever music video. And if I want to talk about Shamak, he's like a person जो talent है ना उसको appreciate करते हैं. And I still remember the best
Right.
part about him is he never like उन्होंने मेरे से ना कोई negotiation किया था ना किसी चीज पे कभी बात किया था. He just called me for the shoot and उन्होंने पूछा whatever is the cost I'll pay for it. And that is the best part about him कि वो appreciate करते हैं. And then I met him like 10 years बाद like last year in 2019 I guess. So उस time पे when I met him like he remembered me and उन्होंने मेरे को जिस तरीके से appreciate किया about my journey, about my struggle. So hats off to Shamak sir, like he's an true gem and I love him. And yeah, like if you talk about like how to choose what you want to do, like it depends upon person to person, I believe, because time के साथ dance इतना evolve हो रहा है, नए नए names आते हैं, नई नई styles आते हैं, एक ही style के अंदर breakdown होके there are like multiple different things that comes on board every other month, एक नया new name आता है. So it depends upon person to person how they want to see themselves. Like for me, I was always more into competitions. So मुझे हमेशा स्टेज वो दिखता था जहाँ पे कंपटीशन होता है. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन अ डांसर कि उसको किस प्लेटफॉर्म पे करना है. सो टीचिंग इज अ डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट टोटली एंड कंपटीशन इज अ डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन अ डांसर कि उसको किस वे में जाना है एंड देन ही चूजेस कि उसको कौन सा स्टाइल करना है. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक.
How about you, Anisha? What do you feel about this?
Yeah, exactly what Suresh was saying. The thing is that I think they have to realize also that you have to work hard. Like I feel like people these days want everything like instant coffee, like just straight away. There is
True.
years of training. I'm so sure Sunjoy and Suresh both, everyone, all of us have done that. And I
Yeah,
think
of
that's
course.
what they need to realize, that you have to train and you have to really get somewhere where you can actually have a guru or someone who can train you well. And then you can probably, you'll understand better what it is that your body will tell you. You'll just know what direction or what style you want to go into or what type of, because there's so many aspects. There's commercial and there's artistic, there's always a difference. So
Yeah.
I just feel like yeah, I think just that's what I'd say to upcoming dancers.
What's your message to upcoming dancers, Joy?
So I would say, I always say this to all my students that, the moment you ask this question, that, should I become a dancer? Should I take up dancing as my career? The moment you ask this question, I think maybe you should not. Because if you really want to become a dancer, if you really are passionate about something, that question will never arise.
Right.
Like, for example, what Suresh is saying, like, he started with local dance competitions. He did not have this question that, oh, like I'm struggling in my initial stage. Should I take up dancing as my career? No, he was passionate about it. Same goes with Anisha. Same goes with me. So if you really want to do it, you will do it anyhow. Doesn't matter what obstacles come your way. Struggle is evident in any field you choose. You cannot run away from the struggling period. You have to face the reality. If you are passionate about something, you will achieve it. And for dancers, yes, definitely you need to train yourself. Dancing is one of the field wherein you are functioning not only mentally, but you're functioning mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Physically,
So
right.
your physical fitness, your level of technique training matters a lot, and then it's a different thing whether you want to become a choreographer, you want to become an instructor, you want to become a professional dancer. There are so many different avenues that you have, but you will have to start with your formal training, and that is very important. वो रियाज करना बहुत जरूरी है, you
Right,
know.
right.
So yeah, that would be my answer.
आज के ज़माने में we are finding a lot of people who have a lot of dilemma in understanding their career growth, especially when it comes to creativity versus the main line of education, where parents and family always pressurizes. Between the two, to pick up your passion and walk forward, there are very less examples like you three institutes are talking about, or you made it that being the legacy now in terms of knowing the dance fraternity. Do you think that when it comes to selecting option, आज भी इंडिया में ये देखा गया है कि basically जब options choose होता है तो people always say यार बाद में कर लेना, डांस है बाद में सीख लेना, अभी पहले पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दो. So this is something which a lot of people face this factor. How do we address this as a dance fraternity, that okay, we believe that also when you're growing and you know that your dance is your passion, then you might as well put that efforts now to grow your further down, then make yourself big. So, what do you have the message for the people around when they find that there is a lot of uh, pressure to do your mainline education where you're not made for it and you want to do something in the creative part? How do we face these challenges in Indian community? That is the thing which I would like to ask all three of you once again. The second question is this. Let's start first with Aneesha. Let's go this time with Aneesha.
Yeah, so I know what you're saying, and I'm just again saying I have blessed parents because they never questioned me. It was just that, are you happy doing this? Yes. Of course, I had someone like a Shiamak as well telling my parents that she is good, let her continue. So I would say one is listen to your teachers, your instructors, your gurus, okay? Because they will know whether or not to guide you to get to that place or no. And if you don't have, I think it is difficult in a country like ours, but times are changing as well. Okay, the moment you see, for example, it's saying Kings United, okay, on that platform, then you have that, but that it's still very difficult. And Shiamak always says the basic education one should always have to fall back on, because I'm just talking about dance right now. God forbid
Yeah,
you break your
absolutely.
leg or something, you have to have something to fall back on. And also it's a short term, what do you do when you grow older, right? Your body is going to give way. So at that point, either you get into some, like I'm running the school right now, so then you have some sort of educational backup to be able to, just be able to help anything in that artistic create, even if you physically can't, dance yourself. So that basic
Correct.
education everyone should complete. Okay, and I think that's what Shiamak always says as well. It's a backup, okay, but also follow your passion at the same time, and give it 1, 2, 3, 5 years. Give it some time to get there. Don't just give up so easily. Also, it's a tough life, the performing arts.
Yeah. सुरेश, आप क्या कहेंगे इसके ऊपर कि how आपका क्या मैसेज है लोगों के लिए?
So yeah, like you
And in
said,
fact, a little bit in Hindi also, we have a lot of fans coming across from India who would like to have us in
yeah.
Hindi also. So I'm using Hindi in between. That's why.
Yeah. So yeah, like Anisha said, but अभी time बहुत change हो गया है. Like जब हमने शुरू किया था, उस time पे things were really different and parents का support नहीं होता था. And मेरे लिए भी in fact बहुत difficult था. My parents didn't agree for initial 5-6 years when I started my career. But अब time बदल चुका है. Like I'm sure even Anisha and Terence sir के जो academy में है, वहाँ पे भी ये change दिखाई दिया होगा कि लोग अभी parents खुद push करते हैं कि please go and try it out. तो वो बदलाव तो दिख रहा है, बट देर आर सेट ऑफ पीपल जो अब तक इस चीज को लेके डरते हैं. सो आई ऑलवेज यूज वन फंडा टू एक्सप्लेन पीपल कि यू नीड टू सेट अ टारगेट इन योर लाइफ. अगर आप एक्चुअल में इसको पैशन को आप करियर में कन्वर्ट करना चाहते हो, सो यू नीड टू हैव अ टारगेट इन योर लाइफ. यू कैन नॉट जस्ट ब्लाइंडली जस्ट गो एंड सालों साल आप खाली करते रहो एंड कोई टारगेट नहीं है. तो मैं हमेशा ये स्टूडेंट्स को कहता हूँ कि अगर आप आज आपने प्लान किया है एंड इफ आप कमिंग 3-4 years में आप कुछ अचीव नहीं कर पा रहे हो, दैट मीन्स समथिंग इज रॉन्ग. यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन योर सेल्फ। तो आपको एक टारगेट बेस वर्क करोगे तो लाइफ विल बी लिटिल इजियर। एंड आप पेरेंट्स को भी एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो कि मुझे 2 years का टाइम दो या 3 years का टाइम दो, लेट मी डू इट एंड लेट मी ट्राई इट आउट। तो सेम थिंग मैंने भी किया था अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ जब वो मेरे अगेंस्ट थे। आई टोल्ड माई डैड कि मुझे बस 2 साल का टाइम दो, अगर 2 साल में मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाया देन वॉट एवर यू से। सो एटलीस्ट दे स्टार्ट बिलीविंग इन यू कि हाँ चलिए कोशिश कर रहा है, एंड ये एक टाइम सेट बना कर रखा है इसने कि इस पीरियड में हो पाया तो ठीक है। बट आई वर्क हार्ड एंड आई डिड इट इन दोस टाइम पीरियड जो मेरे डैड ने दिया था। सो सिमिलरली लाइक इफ पीपल ट्राई दिस आउट तो देयर मे बी अ चांस कि पेरेंट्स का थोड़ा सपोर्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग आ जाए। एंड ऑफ कोर्स लाइक अनीशा सेड देयर हैज टू बी अ बैकअप बिकॉज ये फिजिकली चैलेंजिंग करियर ऑप्शन है। तो काफी बार ऐसे कुछ इंजरीज के चांसेस हो जाते हैं, देन व्हाट्स द बैकअप। अगर ये प्रॉब्लम हो गया तो आपके साइड में एक बैकअप होना चाहिए। सो फॉर मी मैं इसीलिए इंस्टीट्यूट में आया, बाकी चीजें भी मैंने बैकअप प्लान रखे ताकि अगर एक जगह पर मैं फेल होता हूँ तो देयर शुड बी अ बैकअप जहां से मैं कंटिन्यू कर पाऊंगा अपने करियर ऑप्शन को लेके।
ग्रेट, व्हाट्स देयर विद संजॉय टू से दिस? संजय आप क्या बताएंगे?
सर मैं इसको दो नजरिए से देखता हूँ। पहला एस्पेक्ट तो ये है कि आई वुड से दैट एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन is important and will help you eventually no matter whatever field you choose. तो मेरा मानना तो ये है कि बेसिक स्कूल एजुकेशन, बेसिक कॉलेज एजुकेशन को आपको लेना जरूरी है। यू नो यस, नाउ द सेकंड एस्पेक्ट इज कि यस आप उसको एज ए बैकअप भी यूज कर सकते हो कि खुदा ना खास्ता अगर आपको फिजिकली कुछ हो गया, आपको इंजरी हो गई, बिकॉज डांसिंग इज अ वेरी फिजिकली डिमांडिंग करियर ऑप्शन। तो अगर आपको कोई इंजरी हो गया खुदा ना खास्ता तो आप क्या करोगे? So definitely it will act as a backup option. But more than the backup option, I feel that, for example, I wanted to become a commercial airline pilot. I had finished my flying, I had finished my ground studies, and the only thing that was left was to finish my flying training. And I had to choose between aviation and becoming a dancer. And I chose dancing. And even for me, my parents, I'm very fortunate that my parents have been very supportive. They were like, whatever makes you feel happy, we are there to support you in whatever way we can. And I think in India, the dancing scenario is changing. People have started recognizing dance as a respectable field, and the parents are supporting their kids, sending them for dance classes, thinking of dancing as a career option. So, that there are so many positive things that are happening even in India. So I would say education is important. Please don't leave that. Try to balance it out. And yes, it will also act as a backup if you have any unfortunate incident happening in your life.
Great. I think this was quite good and a good insight. जहाँ पे सबको पता चले कि करियर चूज करना है, करियर में जाके पैशन को जीना, it is a very important thing, and to live it up and to give patience. One thing Aneesha kept on telling, and I loved it, that patience gets you all. And today's industry doesn't have patience. People want work fast.
Right.
People say मैंने आज investment किया, मैंने आज institute join किया, कल से मुझे काम मिलता है कि नहीं? Another question which has come to us from a lot of people. इतने सारे डांस शोज आज अक्रॉस द चैनल्स एंड नेटवर्क्स हैं, बहुत सारे डांस शोज को हम देखते हैं. इन डांस फॉर्म्स have become like a place, just like how in the modeling industry we say with their pageants, okay, and pageants are happening and then people try to win, yet a lot of people just are seen in a year and a lot of people are died out completely. People don't even remember them who are good dancers. What is the message for such people? How should they look at their lives? Even if they just find fame for 1 year and then the rest they are completely out of the industry, people have forgotten them. एक साल आप टीवी पे दिख रहे थे, अभी कोई नहीं दिख रहा है. What is the message for such people? What should they do ahead in their career? हम पहले पूछेंगे सुरेश को. Suresh, what about you?
So what I believe is success मिलना of course difficult है, but उससे ज्यादा difficult होता है success मिलने के बाद उसको sustain करना. क्योंकि यही होता है नॉर्मली कि काफी लोगों को पॉपुलैरिटी मिल जाती है, नाम कमा लेते हैं, शो भी जीत जाते हैं, बट देन एक प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है कंसिस्टेंसी की. कभी कभार लोग समझते हैं दिस इज द एंड, बट देयर इज नेवर एन एंड. आपको कंसिस्टेंटली कुछ और करना पड़ता है. लाइक इफ यू सी आवर हिस्ट्री, सो हमने शुरू किया था फिक्टिशियस ग्रुप से, हम कंटिन्यूसली नेशनल शोज जीतते रहे, हमने इंडियाज गॉट टैलेंट जीता, बहुत सारे रीजनल शोज जीते, बट देन टू इट वाज नॉट द एंड. फिर हम गए इंटरनेशनल भी हम एक बार में नहीं गए, मतलब उसके बाद हमारे पास मूवी बनी, देन वी अगेन वेंट, हम ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीते, देन वी अगेन वेंट, देन वी बिकेम द वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस. सो अगर हम पहले ही रुक जाते एक सक्सेस के बाद तो हम शायद यहाँ तक पहुंच ही नहीं पाते. तो ये काफी बार लोगों से गलतियां हो जाती है कि उनको लोगों को लगता है कि एक चीज अचीव कर लिया तो दिस इज द एंड, But I always believe कि there is never an end. आपकी लर्निंग कंटिन्यूस चलती रहनी चाहिए, आपका स्ट्रगल कंटिन्यूस, आप जितना मेहनत करोगे खुद पे उतना लाइफ में ग्रो करोगे एंड उतनी चीजें आपके पास आएगी.
Very good. Anisha, what do you say on this?
Yeah, the words that he said, you have to constantly keep working. You can't say abhi ho gaya, I've achieved this, now I've made it. So every dancer will always, I'm sure everybody who's even watching who's a dancer knows, you have to constantly upgrade your art form. You have to keep at it. At the same time, you've got to just be humble and just accept that, okay, I'm going to just keep working hard. And from my experience, and from actually from Shiamak and SDIPA, for us it's also teaching. For Shiamak, it's a lot about giving back what you have got. So we all at the institute are all performers, but we are all also teachers, and that's very important for Shiamak, because that's a way of giving back, and making other people happy, or just sharing your talent, sharing the joy of dance, with others. And it's a full cycle. Then you feel it's kind of complete.
Great. Sunjoy, what do you advise for on this question? What is your say on this question?
So basically, when it comes to dancing, people have this perception that only if you come on television, you are successful.
Yes, exactly. That's a lot of people feel these days.
I would like to say to all the dancers and all the aspiring dancers, yes, it is great to come on a reality show, and all the contestants on reality shows are fabulous, very talented, no doubt about it. But it also matters as to how you're defining success. There are so many artists who do not come on television, but they are fabulous. They are still successful. There are so many teachers, there are so many instructors who are passing that knowledge to other people. Like Aneesha said, it's also about giving back. That is also a very crucial part and an important factor in dancing. So how will you define success? Is it only about coming on television, or is it more than that? Right? So at the same time, you will always have your ups and downs. Maybe today people recognize you, maybe tomorrow people will not recognize you. But was that the reason why you started dancing? No. Yeah. So you will have to go through the struggle. You will have ups and downs. Never give up. And the moment you have this mentality, you will always feel happy about doing whatever you are doing. अगर आपके लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम भी आ रहा है ना, आप उसको फिर भी टैकल करोगे in a very positive way. You will not function from a negative space. And with this technological advancement that we have, like social media, the youngsters are completely influenced with whatever they see on Instagram. कि अरे इसने ये किया, अरे इसको मेरे को भी ऐसा बनना है. आप दूसरों को मत देखो, आपको क्या करना है. So that is something that the dancers need to understand. And like I said, there are so many avenues in dancing: choreographing, teaching, performing as an artist. There are so many aspects. So you can still achieve success in other aspects and not just coming on television in a reality show. That is one of the aspects, but not the entire aspect.
Great. Sunjoy, one last thing to all of you, not taking much of all of your time coming on this Sunday. India's presence internationally in the dance, यानी कि आप तीनों companies ने internationally काफी represent किया है dance forms को. You've gone for shows, you've gone out of India. What is the response for us as an Indian institutes going and performing there? And how do you feel when you go out of India to perform? Is there a market? Is there a scope for us to still extend our arms, go there, show them our creativity, and still be popular? Where everybody knows that world has a lot of dance people around them, they have a lot of dance institutes. How are we compared today, keeping in mind those industry people from international markets to Indian markets? What is the analysis? ये आप तीनों बताइए, because you all three would have different experiences. Let's start with first Aneesha.
Yeah, so look, I think India has way more talent than what is actually shown abroad, you know what I mean? And talking about like the Western dance forms, which I know, which is more of the jazz and contemporary and everything, kids start really young. They start at the age of like 6, 7, and they're trained by the time they're already here. I think more people, I mean, I think it's changing, but still people would more start dancing in their teens, and they've lost all those years of training. Okay, so I think in that sense we kind of lose out a little bit because we're still upcoming in the dance genre as compared to other countries, where they have their ballet schools which have been around for 100 years and things like that. But at the same time, okay, with our Kings United and Sunjoy and everybody who's going and representing, then we're going to get to see more than just the whole world only knows us for Bollywood right now. That's all they know us for, right? And it's just a fun, it's a lovely dance form and everything, but it's not as serious as the others, or a serious dance training form. So I just think that we need to maybe represent ourselves more, or people need to kind of get to know about these platforms where you can go compete, and all the dance schools themselves can actually, help. Okay, we need maybe sponsorships, to sponsor people to go, because it's expensive. Yes. And I don't think everyone has the means to be able to go and represent India, even if they really want to. I mean, forget the government helping us and all that now, because those grants and all, I don't think I ever want to come for Western dance. But that actually, if that could happen, then you'd see a whole big shift happening for dance, because the talent in India is unreal. It's just that nobody knows.
Right. सुरेश, आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, एंड व्हाट इज इट, आपको क्या लगा कि इंडिया का प्रेजेंस इंटरनेशनली कैसा रहा है अब तक का, और इज देयर अ चांस ऑफ इंप्रूवमेंट, हाउ डू दे एक्सेप्ट अस?
So as per my experience, of course, it has been really good experience क्योंकि when we started 9-10 years back to represent our country, first of all we started feeling proud on ourselves क्योंकि हम अपनी country को represent कर रहे हैं, and the kind of response that we got from all these international dancers and international people, that was amazing. And हम लोग बहुत शॉक हो गए थे क्योंकि हम लोग को लगा था कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम लोग काफी बार हम जो इंडिया के डांसर्स थे वो अपने आप को बहुत डिग्रेड करते थे कि हम शायद उस लेवल पर नहीं है जहां पर इंटरनेशनल डांसर्स है, बट जब हमने जिस तरीके का एप्रिसिएशन वहां से लिया तब हम लोग लगा नो इट इज समवेयर कि हम लोग भी उनके लेवल के आसपास है, एंड देन वी स्टार्टेड वर्किंग हार्ड ऑन द सेम लेवल, एंड हमने अपने आप को ग्रो करते 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 और इंटरनेशनल कॉम्पिटिशन्स किए, एंड देन वी फाइनली वॉन. सो आई बिलीव दैट इफ यू हैव दैट टैलेंट एंड इफ यू हैव दैट स्किल्स इन यू, आप दुनिया में कहीं पर भी जाओ लोग आपको अप्रिशिएट करेंगे एंड आपको सक्सेस 100% मिलेगा. यू नीड टू हैव दैट राइट स्किल एंड राइट प्लेटफॉर्म, तो वो आपको ऑटोमेटिकली मिल जाएगा. एंड लाइक अनीशा सेड एंड कि इंडिया में बहुत ज्यादा टैलेंट है, एंड ये मुझे पहले से लगता था, इंक्लूडिंग माय किंग्स यूनाइटेड, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एन नंबर ऑफ डांसर्स इंडिया में हु आर सुपर टैलेंटेड, बट द ओनली थिंग इज कि उनको वहां तक पहुंच नहीं पाते. सो आई ऑल्सो ऑलवेज ट्राई टू हेल्प दोज पीपल. आई हैव स्पॉन्सर्ड 2-3 कंटेस्टेंट्स ऑलरेडी जो अमेरिकाज गॉट टैलेंट तक जा चुके हैं एंड काफी इंटरनेशनल शोज पे रिप्रेजेंट कर चुके हैं. सो वी ऑलवेज पुश दिस पीपल क्योंकि जिस जर्नी से मैं निकला हूँ मुझे पता है कितना डिफिकल्ट होता है उस जगह पर पहुंचने के लिए, बिकॉज ऑफ द फंड्स एंड सोर्स, ये सारी चीजें इजीली अवेलेबल नहीं होती है. तो हम आज एक पोजीशन पे आ चुके हैं जहां पर हम लोगों को दे सकते हैं, तो वो हम हमेशा कोशिश करते हैं और करते रहेंगे. एंड आई एम श्योर दैट इन कमिंग ईयर्स इंटरनेशनल डांसर्स को दिखाई देगा कि इंडिया does not have just the Kings United, but it has n number of dancers जो पूरे वर्ल्ड वाइड फेमस हो सकते हैं, पॉपुलर हो सकते हैं.
Great. Sunjoy, आपका क्या कहना है इसके ऊपर?
Firstly, I think that people have started recognizing Indian dancers. Definitely, it has just started now, and it will go even higher. We need to also remember that our Indian culture is so rich when it comes to art forms. Like for example, the Western countries have only one classical dance form, that is ballet. India has 8 classical dance forms. Can you believe it? 8. Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Kathakali, Manipuri, Odissi. Dancing हमारे culture में है. It's just that we never recognized it. We never gave it that much of importance. It is there in our culture. It is rich. And that is why whenever we go outside, people can easily make out, यार इनमें कुछ तो अलग बात है. Because see, people coming from different backgrounds and cultures, they have their own essence. We have our own Indian cultural essence. The way we speak, the way we walk, the way we interact, the way we dance, the way we sing. तो वो एक खूबी है जो सिर्फ हम में है, और वो हम कौन से भी स्टाइल में उसको इस्तेमाल करके हम पेश कर सकते हैं. So I think there is a lot of talent in India, and talent is coming out. People are seeing it. People are seeing it. Even for Terence, we have a foundation called Terence Lewis Gans Foundation Trust, wherein he helps people who are not that financially stable. जिनके पास पैसे नहीं है वो ट्रेनिंग लेने के लिए. So Terence has always given scholarships to those students. Even for us as company members, we get the opportunity to travel abroad. I have gone to Vienna in Kunstdance, which is the world's biggest dance festival. I was over there for 1 month. I was very lucky to be a part of that festival, where you have teachers, best of best teachers coming from all over the world, and वहाँ पर जाने के बाद, I realized that, people treat us the same way. हमको ऐसा लगता है कि यार लोग क्या सोचेंगे. बिल्कुल भी नहीं. अगर आप में टैलेंट है, आप कहीं से भी हो, people will appreciate you, no matter where you are coming from. And I always felt that respect, that recognition that was given to me. When I went to Vienna, when I went to Belgium for 1 month, I learned from David Zambrano, who's the living legend of flying low technique. So I think definitely there is a lot of potential in India, and it will keep booming in the near future.
Pandemic has always made us learn one thing, that we graduated from the ground realities to the virtual realities. I wanted to understand from all the three institutes, we all, even I run an institute on the entire complete model arena and training models and transforming talents. And with all the supports of different institutes, we excel in making talents outshine from their fears and moving forward to not being just a model, be an actor also. But of lately, in the pandemic, we all faced issues in terms of our academics not running smoothly, not getting admissions. काफी challenges रह चुके हैं. How have you three institutes tried to overcome this pandemic challenge, and how are you still operating your institutes currently, or the people who want to learn dancing from you? Where are you right now in terms of giving them still the institutes are doing some or the other way to teach them? What is your way of teaching? First, we start with Aneesha.
Yeah, so all the positives for us were we are completely teaching dance online right now, currently on Zoom.
Wow.
And the advantage of that is we have been able to reach people in all parts of the world who would never have the opportunity to do a physical class in a studio, because obviously we are in 5 countries, but not everywhere. And there are people, it's amazing. Like I teach a class now and I always ask the students, where are you all from? Where are you all from? And you get somebody from Boston and somebody from Jammu Kashmir. And, it's such a nice feeling. And it's somehow more personable. Everyone's in their little home. Then the husband will walk, or the kid will walk, or the dog will come there. And I don't know, but you feel like you connect a little bit more. It's a very strange thing because you're in a person's bedroom, a little in the hall or their house. And what happened was, really a good thing is that we helped people without realizing battle this whole lockdown by combating like depression and just being at home all the time. At least that physical, you're listening to music and you're just doing something, even it was just in those 4 walls, you still feel good at the end of the day, whether it's just doing a workout or a dance. And so many people message Shiamak afterwards that my lockdown was really, I don't know, I was waiting for that 1 hour of my day to do the class and this and that and this and that. So we've only taken positives back from that. Even our training programs or intensive training programs happen, which we did not think how can you, but I guess everyone around the world has been just able to overcome and figure out another way. And where there's a will, there's a way. And obviously dance also happened just the same way for us.
Is it the same with the other two?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Suresh, how has it been? The online classes are really benefiting?
I won't say like हम लोग उसको profit या benefit के हिसाब से देख रहे हैं, but yeah, it has been very challenging because like I personally hold 3 bigger studios like in Mumbai itself, and बहुत challenging हो जाता है because rents आते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें आती है जो पिक्चर में होती है जब हम इतना बड़ा स्टूडियोज चलाते. But the only thing that I thought is कि this is something that everyone is going through, and there is no option. We have to survive and we have to overcome this situation. So we have been fighting since last 1.5 years, and हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं थोड़ा सी online training के through और whatever source possible जो हमसे हो सकता है. But yeah, like things are getting better now, and we are hoping in coming 2-3 months we'll be like back to normal life and we can start the way it was earlier.
Great. Sunjoy, are you also conducting online classes along with the offline, or is the offline completely shut? What is it going on with Terence's Academy?
As of now, we don't have any offline classes because of the lockdown situation. But the moment the first lockdown was announced, parents immediately thought of starting the online classes. Yes, the market is affected, the business is affected, but I agree with what Suresh is saying. That कभी-कभी हम लोग को उसके अलावा भी कुछ सोचना चाहिए. It's more about spreading and sharing the joy of dance. And through the medium of online classes, one, we are able to reach out to people from all over the world जो हमारे पास नहीं आ सकते थे. Number two, dancing has acted like a therapy for everyone during this pandemic situation. The blessings we have received from all the students of whichever age group, चाहे वो छोटा बच्चा हो, चाहे वो उसकी माँ हो, वो blessings जब भी हमको मिलते हैं ना, so we also feel more charged up. We feel more positive. Whatever we are doing good. Right? So we should continue doing this. Yeah, I mean, we are trying to cope up with whatever the problems are coming, but we are still going strong, and we will continue to, spread and share the joy of dance forever, no matter what happens.
So what's to say, Aneesha, on the OMG Face of the Year? Did you manage to see it?
A little bit,
We
yeah.
got back.
I don't know, like I used to model also. Luckily, I mean, I didn't have any portfolio, nothing. I got lucky again. I'm just like, thank you, God, for my life. But it helped me because I was a dancer, because the discipline of dance, I mean, comes into any aspect that you do. So I
Right.
have few things. I always say things like, don't spend too much time at the beauty parlor, spend more time at the gym. Okay, because what is inside will eventually show on the outside. And
Correct.
yeah, I just believe I feel a lot for this generation and all, because it's a really cutthroat world. Everyone wants to win, everyone wants to be the best, and it's really difficult to be genuine in this scenario. But just try to be who you are. Don't lose yourself in this whole rat race of this competition and trying to be the best, because people eventually are looking for originality. They want to see you and not what you want to look like, want to be like. Even for dancers, so it's easy to just try to emulate somebody else and want to be, okay, I'll do it like this, I'll do it like that. Yes, take inspiration, but eventually try to find it and just be your own true self, because that's eventually what will sell.
So what do you find about OMG Face of the Year as a platform? Is this initiative a great initiative?
See, like I said, I
learning
had
and winning?
nothing. There was nothing like this when I was growing up. There was really nothing that somebody would see you somewhere and say you wanted to add. It was like that. So it is really a good thing, because everybody, at least they have somewhere to go, which is a professional space, where everybody learns and, understands what it is, what it takes, to become, or whatever, whatever you want to be, you have professional advice and just a place to go, which is, somewhere you can actually learn and, know what you want to become.
So, firstly, thank you for coming up with this initiative of OMG. बहुत ही अच्छा initiative आपने लिया है, where you are encouraging people to showcase their talent and their hard work. So that is great. So congratulations to you and your entire team. And I think, if I'm not wrong, this event is looking at the overall talent. Am I right? It covers a lot of different aspects, whether it is dancing, photography. You are covering all the possible aspects. Wherein people get the opportunity to showcase their confidence level, their creative side, and that is amazing. So I would just like to wish all the very best to all the contestants, and please make the most out of this opportunity and platform that you have gotten. So yeah, it's a great initiative you have taken.
Thank you, Sunjoy. And I think this insights of the entire dance fraternity, I was also so overjoyed today and very excited about this entire thing of talking to all of you, and so much to learn from all different institutes. One thing which I see that India is really maturing in the industry of creativity and teaching, and such institutes like y'all are making it big to make sure that people have a door to go and at least learn, educate themselves, and get out of it, and be there. The struggle period which we saw from our mentors like Shiamak sir or Terence sir, we are way, way less doing that struggle, as Aneesha rightly said in the start. And today, the convenience is what we are getting on the table for performers and creators to make sure that they move forward in the right direction. And this is the entire objective of OMG Face of the Year in season 1, to make sure that we get a lot of such creative talent outshine from their cities, from DC town cities, and make them big here so that they can be seen and they can be taken up on an unbiased platform completely by the entire people and the visible who are there on the social media completely. That's what we're trying to, make this entire thing possible. We missed out on Suresh for the last discussion, but I think he's just having a technical issue to join us again. So there's a Wi-Fi issue which is going on. That's what my team is just connected to me and told me about him. So anyways, giving your time here, thank you so much. And just love to talk to both of you. My regards to Terence and to Shiamak both. And let's hope that we see you soon again during the finale of OMG Face of the Year, which is virtually going to happen in the month of August or end of September. And I hope to see you keep on following OMG Face of the Year to see what are the contestants who are going up and who are there on the leaderboard as well. So thank you, Aneesha. Loved your
Thank
hair
you.
for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take care, both of you. Bye.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank you.
Sunjoy. Lovely listening to you as well. Bye bye.
Thank you, Aneesha. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, OMG is making you get all the knowledge, all the learning sitting from home. Don't ever try to miss out any webinars, any contests, any things which we are doing, or pre-contest challenges to all the OMG contestants. Make sure you participate. Our new pre-contest challenge will be announced soon. Stay tuned on OMG. Make sure that you do your best and you come up, and may the best person win and may the best person outshine. Thank you everyone for joining for this session. Soon you have a new webinar with new people and you will enjoy learning sitting from home and also winning from home. It's a win from home. So don't forget to participate in OMG Face of the Year. Activate your profiles, make them go live, get votes, and be sure that you are visible socially and you become the social media personality. So I am requesting all of you to participate actively and make sure that you also ask your friends to participate because registration lines are still open. We shall announce the registration lines closing soon and making sure that you all are seen on the websites of OMG Face of the Year. So log on to www.omgfaceoftheyear.com and participate there by filling up your form and registering yourself now. Don't forget to make sure to activate all your profiles with the right ways taught to you and make sure that you make and shout out loud for getting your votes and going up on the leaderboard. All the very best. See you soon at OMG Face of the Year. Let's all make sure that we make everyone go OMG. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice time.